gonna start. All right, we will get started. So far away. Thank you everybody for coming, and thank you all for just your commitment throughout the season. This has been just a dream of mine to be able to have classes where it's my own space and to be able to offer them, and this has just been so fulfilling to be able to have you here every week and to do these practices. I hope it's been both, fun for you as in addition to some challenge and some hard work, and just the fact that you show up and you carve this time out of your busy lives to make this commitment just says a lot. That's been the main thing with my yoga practice, is that I've never really regretted showing up. I don't always feel like it, but I get myself there and roll out my mat or get into the seat, and then I do find that I don't have to force anything. If I just take it one pose at a time, one breath at a time, that there is a shift that happens, and I always feel better when I leave. So I hope that is the same for you as well. Part of this practice and being able to do it in the community is really nice as well. We spent, so much time in our homes and by ourselves, and particularly during the pandemic where we weren't even able to practice in community. So to come together and to have this singleness of purpose, which is to feel as well as possible for as long as possible. We're all here for that same goal. So it's really nice to feed off of the group energy. And at the same time, we don't have to look at what anyone else is doing. We all know that we have our different ranges of motion. We have our different histories. How we show up all the time is going to be different. So just honor what you're feeling and tune into how you're feeling. So one way you can do that is just to feel your feet here on the ground and just arrive here for your practice. Start to ground a little bit, feeling what we call in yoga, it's called a panavayu. It's a downward flow of energy, and you can feel yourself connected to earth here. Maybe lift and spread the toes a little bit, allow them to flatten out. Feel the seat on the chair here, pressing down through the sits bones, maybe sitting up a little bit taller, relaxing the shoulders down the back, and tuning into your breath. So you're already breathing right now, and we want to be aware of that breathing as the breath moves in you and through you. And perhaps you want to start to draw the breath a little more deep and full in and out through the nose if it's comfortable. Today's practice, we're going to work with some different types of breathing practices today. It's going to help to release some stress, to release tension. So we'll focus a lot on those exhales and maybe some things that you haven't tried before. And I'll just walk you through it one bit at a time. But the point is to try to get into what's called our parasympathetic nervous system. So moving from a sympathetic nervous system, which is a place of more agitation, it's more of an activated, a fight or flight type of system that we a lot of times are moving in throughout our life, to dropping into a more calm state, a more relaxed state, something where we call it the rest and digest system. So working on that today, maybe from this moment here, just allowing everything else that was happening in your life, just leaving it outside the door for this short period of time, giving yourself all the attention and care that you deserve, knowing that you are enough and that you do enough and that you've done enough. And this time is for you. Keep coming back. I know it seems a little bit simplistic, but that deep, smooth breathing, probably the most important thing that you can do for this next hour, is to keep bringing that mind back to one point of focus so that this becomes a meditation. And as we start to drop into some movements here, you're going to maintain that fluid breathing throughout all the vicissitudes of the class. So let's just bring the hands down by the sides here. We'll place the palms facing forward. Continue to press down through the bottom of the spine. Continue to draw the shoulders down the back. Reach the crown of the head towards the sky. Find some nice posture here as you elongate. And then on an inhale, raise both hands up to the sky. Palms connect at the top. And then go ahead and come through to prayer. We'll interlace and press the palms forward. Stretch the upper back, round, so that you stretch behind the shoulders back there. Maybe tuck the chin into the chest. Hug the belly towards the spine. On your next inhale, go ahead and draw those palms up towards the sky. Press them nice and high. We'll take a side bend over to the right. So press down through your left hip and go ahead and just reach those palms over. Make some space in the body. Make it feel good. Breathe in and out. On your next inhale, come on back to center. Breathe deep. And as you exhale, over to the other side, root through the anchor of that hip, press away through those palms, make some space, breathe in and breathe out. And then on an inhale, come on back up to center, reach it high. As you exhale, just clear the space, let everything go. And then take your shoulders up to your ears, breathe in, open the mouth, let it go, ha. Now from here, on an inhale, we're going to raise the palms up to the sky. This time, we're just going to turn the palms forward. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, I want you to come swooping back, clear the space. Ha! Letting things go. Now, come on back up, breathe in. We're going to take what's called a lion's breath. So lion's breath is on the exhale, you stick out your tongue and it's but when we do it, we're going to open up the elbows to the side. So it's an inhale like this, and an exhale. Try that again. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now, inhale up. We're going to twist our arms open to the right like airplane wings. Now we're going to try it with a breath where it's going to be a horse breath. So it's like Mr. Ed. We're going to and flutter the lips, okay? So inhale, center, reach both arms to the sky, and then flutter the lips. Now come back to center, inhale through the nose, do the same thing to the left. Come on back to center, inhale, and then ha, let it go. Okay, we're gonna put some of this together. So on an inhale, raise both arms to the sky, breathe through the nose. Now come swooping back, ha. Reach the arms high to the sky, lion's breath. Come on back up, inhale, flutter the lips. Come back up, inhale, flutter the lips. Come back up, inhale. And then, ha. Good. Take a moment, recalibrate in and out through the nose. So let's just think about this for a second. Maybe, it feels a little silly. But just know there's no shame in yoga. And a lot of this, when we kind of calibrate with the breathing and we allow those exhales to be what they are, it's just an opportunity to keep clearing some space, get some stickiness out, get some junk. It's really nice to have that sound vibration, so hopefully just an open mind, and we'll move through it a couple more times. Just keep kind of peeling layers of that onion if it feels good to you. So here we go. Inhale, breathe the arms up. Exhale, ha. Inhale, back up. Lion's breath. Inhale, flutter. Back up to the sky, and come on back up. Clear the space. Ha. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Ha. Back up high. Lion's breath. Ha. Inhale. Flutter it out. Come on up. And flutter. One more time. Reach. Clear it. Ha. And just notice. Put those hands onto the lap. Maybe you feel a little lightheaded. And just the changes, what occurred. All right, let's touch into the space of our neck, holding up that heavy head all day. Drop the chin down to the chest. Take a deep breath into the back of the neck here, and then let that breath go. On an inhale, raise your chin up towards the sky, and then stay here again. Exhale, let it go. Drop the chin back down to the chest, and then start to look down towards your right shoulder. So continue to draw the left shoulder down the back here as you look down towards the right. If you'd like, you could take the right arm. You could start to swim it out towards the side here, about 45 degrees or so on an angle, just getting into some different nooks and crannies there in the side of the neck. And then if you'd like, maybe rotate the palm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale to press it back and down. Again, inhaling, turning it up. And exhale, rotating it down. One more time, let's turn it up. And then as you press it down, see if you can slide the back of the hand behind that back a little bit. Just getting more into the chest, the shoulder opening. And then really easily, just like you're a scientist, you're doing an investigation, just see how it would feel to start to turn the chin a bit forward and get a little more into the sides of the neck. So now, instead of looking down at my right shoulder, I'm drawing my ear down towards that shoulder. And if you find a place that feels like it could use a little more love, just stay right there, breathe with it, inhaling and exhaling. And then so easily, we're going to start to look back down towards the right shoulder. Take the chin down to the chest. Release the hand from behind the back. And then at the same time, we'll take those fingertips up to the sky as we look up and reach. And then exhale, side bend over. So keep rooting down through that opposite hip. Maybe you even use this bottom hand for a little bit of leverage. And if you want to work some neck muscles, you could turn to look up. Good. On your next inhale, come on back up to the sky. Reach it high. We'll go for a twist here. Place the hands onto the opposite thigh. Turn your upper body towards the right. Take the right hand behind your back. And then root down through the bottom of the spine. Lift up through the crown of the head and start to turn and twist. So look back over the right shoulder. You're breathing in and breathing out. Staying here, one more round. Inhale and exhale. Now turn from the top down. Turn your upper body towards the front. Turn the torso. And then start to heel toe, those feet out to the side. We'll take some circles with the back, so go ahead and start to make those rounds. As you come forward, it's like that cow pose. You press forward. As you circle in, you hug the belly towards the spine. And we just get into all those little nooks and crannies, especially that lower triangle of connective tissue in the lumbar spine. And then let's reverse this. So mindful transition, other direction. Good. Come on back to our center. We'll take the right forearm. Go ahead and use it to prop open that thigh a little bit of leverage there. Turn your chest forward. So it's like you rotate the rib cage a little bit towards the ceiling. And you can place your right hand on your right hip to kind of spread the pelvis, or if you want to move towards side angle, you start to reach your head towards that knee and then reach that arm up to the sky. So you could look up once again for that neck strength. Otherwise, if it's straining, just look forward, or you could even look down. But we want to extend those fingertips up towards the sky, make some space in the shoulder joint. Now from here, if you'd like, you could turn the palm towards the ear and come overhead like we did earlier for that lateral side bend. Only now we're getting our waist a little more into the action. We're pressing down through the opposite foot, and we're seeing where we can make space in the body with our breath. Give it one more inhale. Reach as you exhale. And then take the arm and reach it across the body. Now face that thigh, expand the palm wide, spread all the fingers, and then squeeze that fist nice and tight. Give me all that good grip strength. Once again, expand the palm, spread it wide, and then squeeze it all in, tight fist. Now just drop that fist down towards the ground. Let it sway in the breeze there. Let it get a little stretch in the side of the neck. Good. Go ahead and bring that hand to the opposite thigh. Press your way back up to center. We're going to heel toe, our feet back to center. Now take your right toes. Go ahead and point them forward. Stretch the top of the foot there. And then flex that foot. And then point it and flex. Now see if you can really straighten it out. Get some good quadricep strength there as you press down into that left foot and you reach the crown of the head towards the sky. We'll take the left arm up to the sky here for our toy soldier. If you want, you could take the right arm to the sky as well. So now we're turning on our back muscles, our core strength, our quadriceps, lots of stuff engaged. If you want one more extra challenge, you could try to lift that leg off of the seat without leaning back. Oh, what muscles are those? Breathe deep and let it go. Good. Take your hands, interlace them at the top of the right shin. Draw the knee towards the nose here, and then give that a good hug in. So feel that stretch in the back of the shoulders. While we're in the neighborhood, if you want to round that ankle a couple of times in one direction, and then the other. And then from here, drop the knee down a little bit, straighten out the spine, and then we're going to take our hands, keep hovering that foot with the foot flex down by the side of the chair. Good. Feel those hip flexor muscles working. Let's open the door and close it. For 2, come on in. Slower is harder. 3, 4, we do one more and we're going to hold on this one. Stay here. Maybe that left arm's going to come out to the left, right arm to the right. Last extra challenge here, pressing that heel forward without leaning to either side. Try to sit up tall, breathe deep, and then take the hands underneath of that thigh. Just start to roll that hip around in one direction. And then go ahead and move it the other way. Good. Okay, drop that foot down onto the floor. Take your knees, squeeze them in towards one another. Take your hands, bring them to the outside of the knees here, and I want you to have a little tug of war. So try to pry the knees open as you press the knees in, and keep applying that pressure in both directions. Feel the glute muscles turn on the outer hips for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release that pressure. Take your hands out in front of you and then press the palms forward. We're going to strengthen the wrist by just trying, it's a subtle movement, bringing your fingers back towards your face. So this is wrist extension here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Bring your hands back down. Recalibrate. Find your breath. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Take your chin down to your chest now. Start to roll your chin to look down towards your left shoulder. Keep the right shoulder down the back. Maybe take the right arm, bring it out to the side a bit there. On your next inhale, start to roll that palm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, press it back and down. Again, inhale, rolling it up. Exhale, rotating it down. One more time, inhale to roll. This time, we roll it back down, and then if it's available for you, you're gonna take the back of the hand, you're gonna start to slide it back behind the back. Maybe you have to scooch up in that chair a little bit to make some room. And then here we go, little investigation, going nice and easy with those strands in the neck, just seeing if we can start to rotate that chin forward so that the left ear is drawing down towards the left shoulder. And we move from getting more of the back of the neck to a bit more into the side. And just notice how it feels, being really careful. Okay, we're gonna come back the way we came. So, slowly start to rotate that chin back down to look towards the left shoulder. And then bring it down to the chest as you glide that hand from behind the back, release it out. And then same time, like a moving meditation, come on up with the chin and the fingertips, reach high. And then the side bend. So maybe you move that opposite hand down to the chair just to help you get some leverage there as you push and pull and you feel these opposing forces in order to make space in your body. Breathing in and breathing out. Now on your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to the sky, reach it high, take that hand and drop it onto the lap on the opposite thigh. Remember that we're twisting from above the diaphragm and maybe bringing that left hand behind the chair. It's up to you, very personal. Either way, ground down through the bottom of the spine, lift up through the crown of the head, and go ahead and turn to look back towards that left shoulder. And then keep that breath fluid, inhaling and exhaling. Take one more in the twist, inhale and exhale. Now slowly start to unfurl, turn the upper body forward, chest comes forward, come back to the open knees here, heels and toes out. A little more strength added to this. If you'd like to up the ante a little bit, let's stack those fists and start to stir the pot. Remember, we're moving through something, a nice thick pumpkin soup. Beautiful fall season. Maybe some rosemary and sage in there. A little ginger I like. All right, let's take it in the reverse. Go ahead and stir it up. It's got some nice thickness to it. Getting our digestive juices working here, metabolism, core. And then come on back to center, bring the hands onto the knees here. We'll take that left forearm, go ahead and place it onto that inseam of the left thigh, maybe helping to spread our pelvis. Start to lean your head towards that knee. So I'm gonna use this arm here to help me lengthen the bottom end of the torso so that I'm not collapsing, but I'm lengthening even as I'm leaning. Right hand comes to the right hip, just kind of helps me open and spread
and then reaching those fingertips up. So kind of checking and seeing if I can try to align those fingertips right above the shoulder joint if it's possible, making some space there, and then perhaps once it's fully integrated, bringing the palm towards the ear and reaching it over, but not sacrificing any length in my spine in order to reach. So keep the priority on the length of your torso and breathe. Right, so we just work on expanding, opening up the rib cage here by using the breath into the body, breathing deep and full. You get one last little moment there, get it while you can, and then turn the whole body towards that left thigh. Reach it across, open the palms, spread it nice and wide to expand, and then good grip strength. Go ahead and squeeze it all together. Again, open that palm nice and wide, and then squeeze that fist as tight as you can, and then drop that down, let it just dangle. Take that hand, bring it to the other thigh, go ahead and press your way back up and heel toe those feet back to parallel. When you're ready, slide those left toes forward, stretch the top of the foot there, and then flex the foot. And then another point, and flex. Now go ahead and strengthen that leg. So find an L shape in your body to the degree that you can. Feel the quadricep muscles turn on. We'll raise the opposite arm to start, just getting a little more length in the spine, and then activating the other arm up to the sky if you'd like that as well. Find the smooth breathing, and then if it feels wise, you'd like a little more challenge, see if you can lift that leg up off of the chair without leaning back. And keep breathing for 3, for 2, and for 1. Go ahead and let it go. Take your hands, interlace them at the top of the shin here, and draw that knee in towards your nose. Round that back. Tuck the chin to the chest so you stimulate that thyroid gland a bit. You could even swallow. While you're here, if you'd like to take care of that ankle, maybe move in circular movement, getting some synovial fluid loosening in that joint, and the other direction as well. Now we'll drop that knee down a little bit. Find yourself sitting up taller, and then if you'd like, you can take those hands down by the sides of the body, keeping the foot flexed. We'll open the door and then close it in. And for 4, and close. For 3, and in. For 2, and in. Last one, hold. Maybe bring that right arm out to the right like an airplane wing, followed by the left. And if you want, press that heel without leaning to the right. Keep that head up towards the sky. Breathe smooth for 3, for 2, for 1. Take your hand underneath of the thigh. Go ahead and move that hip joint, that ball and socket there. And then smoothly go the other way. Good, go ahead and drop that down. And then this time we're gonna take the fists, we're gonna come inside of the knees. We're gonna squeeze those knees to the back of the hands. Keep squeezing hard, all your might for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release that. Bring your hands out in front of you. This time we'll do a wrist flexion. So turn the fingers downwards and start to press those fingers towards your body for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and shake it off. Good, hands down by your side, give everything a little shake out here, and then place the hands onto the lap. Just notice how you're feeling for a moment and the energetic shifts of your practice since you came in.
forward towards standing. If you'd like to come with me, you can bring those hands straight out in front of you. Round down through the soles of the feet. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, stand all the way up. Reach the hands up, get nice and long. And then exhale, let it go. Good. All right, let's find the strap and we'll come onto the right side of the chair. All right, to start here today, we're going to take the strap. We're going to place it around the ball of the left foot, which is the one closest to the chair. And the ends of the strap are going to come into the right hand. You need a longer strap. The one on the table there is longer. So, yeah, Debbie, I would take that one.
You needed it?
Oh, no, Debbie's is pretty short. And there's probably some more in there as well, if you would like. Everybody okay? Okay. So, strap is in the right hand. Oh, yes, yes. Okay, now from here, we're going to shift the weight onto the right foot. So remember that we want to keep as much surface area of that right foot grounded onto the floor, connection with the bottom knuckle of the right toe, and then begin to draw that left knee up towards the chest here. So continue to root down through that bottom foot, lift up through the crown of the head. Now from here, just like we did in our seated twist, can you rotate from above the diaphragm? So we're looking for just our rib cage to rotate to look towards that chair, but the hips are still facing forward. So don't take your hips with you. Keep grounding through that bottom right toe. Now I've got a couple of options here if you'd like. You can start to see if you can press the left heel forward, but try to do it without leaning back. So I don't care how high you lift your leg, you want to keep that spine long. Now, if you're feeling a little precocious, you want to take your fingers off that chair for a moment. Maybe see if you can reach back with that hand, maybe look back at it just for a beat, challenging your calmness here. Whatever you decide, give it one last big breath in, and then exhale. Go ahead, release it out, let it go. Now we'll switch standing legs. So stay on this side of the chair. This movement's going to be a little different. Take the strap, bring it around your right foot, but keep the two ends of the strap in your right hand. Now the left leg is the standing leg, so get that good surface area here. Now start to draw the right knee up towards the chest, right? Not leaning forward, trying to keep the crown of the head lifted, that bottom foot grounded. Now from here, if you'd like, you can open it up and come back to center. 4, 2, and center. 4, 3, center. 4, 1 more. 5, stay here. Reground. Maybe if you'd like, take that hand off the chair for a moment. Maybe press that heel out for a moment. Still connected to that left big toe. Stand up tall. Breathe free for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let it go. Take the strap, place it on the chair. Do a little semicircle behind you with the right foot so that it comes back and across, and you're on the ball of that foot now. And look back and feel that outer hip stretch here on that left hip. Good. Now, come on over. Take that right foot. Let's do tandem balance balancing, let's place it right smack in front of the left foot so that the heel of the right foot comes against that second toe. There's a little bit of bend in the knees here. Right hand comes to the center of the chest, and then find a place for your eyes to gaze as you bring the palms together at the chest. Staying here to work on balance or shifting the gaze so that you meet the horizon. And then staying here if that's good for you, or taking 5 more breaths with the eyes closed. Remember, we're challenging our edges so that we gain some of that muscle memory, learning how to recover from that instability when we're out there in the world and we get thrown off our balance. We can catch ourselves. Just one more big breath, practicing. And then go ahead and let that go, shake it out. Take a downward facing dog. So come to the back of your chair here. Place your hands on the chair. Go ahead and walk your legs back. So making sure that those feet are a stable distance. You want them at least hip distance apart. That's going to help you. And then you can put a nice bend into those knees. Start to lift the hips up and back. Find length in the spine as you look down towards the floor. And move that diaphragm muscle. So as you breathe in, the belly drops. And as you breathe out, you contract the belly towards the spine. Again, deep, smooth inhales and exhales. One more here in down dog. After you exhale, start to walk those feet towards the chair, and we'll come to the left side of the chair now. We'll find the strap once again. The strap is going to go around the ball of the right foot, and the ends of the strap are going to go into your left hand. You can brace yourself with your right hand onto the chair here, and then open up those toes on the left foot. Feel yourself grounded. Begin to make that shift of the weight onto the left foot. Good. Okay, so we're here in this shape. We're feeling the strength in the standing leg. We can twist the upper body towards the chair. So that's step 1 here. If you want to take step 2 and you want to press that heel forward without leaning back, you're going to feel this muscle right here turn on, your psoas. It runs all the way to the middle of your back. It's the largest muscle in your body. You can't see it from the outside. And then the last thing is, if you want to really work that balance, you could fearlessly take that hand back behind you. Don't worry if you fall. If you fall, smile. It's the best thing you can do, is to challenge yourself to be calm in a difficult moment here. You want to keep it light, not take it too seriously. All right, we're just looking for your effort. Give it one last moment there, wherever you're at. And then exhale, release the strap, release the foot, little pony out there. And then take the strap around the left foot, but keep the ends of the strap in the left hand now. So that was our neutral rotation and our twist. Now we go for external rotation, which means we're going to make the right leg our standing leg. Start to draw the knee up towards the chest here. Feel grounded, strengthened, and then maybe opening and coming in for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Stay here. Reconnect with the right big toe, not taking this hip with me, just opening up. And then from here, if you'd like, maybe the right hand comes out to the right. Maybe you press that heel out to the side. Try to keep the crown of the head lengthening towards the sky. Keep smiling no matter what happens. Be kind. All right, there we go. For 3, for 2, and for 1. You got it. All right, take that strap, drop it off to the side. Take your left foot now. We're gonna semicircle around. Give yourself a nice stretch in that right outer hip. So these are muscles that we work when we're doing these standing balances. We're gonna just thank them right now by allowing it to just breathe and stretch. Good, then release that, and then we'll come and turn the seat of the chair towards us. And we'll take a spread leg. Oh, tandem balancing. Thank you so much. Let's go back to that. Appreciate it. Right. Circling it back in front. Here we go. Let's take the sole of the left foot in front of the right. So right up against that second toe. I don't want to miss this one. All right, good. So left hand to the heart here. Now, find that place for your eyes to gaze. Maybe join the right hand. And then you could change the gaze if you want, or close the eyes. So there's a little bit of a soft bend in the knees here. You don't want to lock them out. And then you just play with that balance. Feeling down into the feet. Bringing the mind and the eyes, even if the eyes are closed, they're steady. The breath is smooth. Last moment here. And then release. Okay, go ahead and shake that out. Now we'll come to spread leg forward fold. Go ahead and straddle that. So you're going to take your hands to the outer edges of the seat here. You've got to play with how wide you want your feet, but unlike downward facing dog where we're back more, here we're up closer to the chair. So some of you, it's going to be easy. Others might have some tighter hamstrings. I like to bring my forearms down onto the chair, drop the crown of the head, press into the outer edges of the feet, and lift those hips. So you find a variation that works for you, but you should be feeling this in the back of the legs there, the whole groin area. It's a nice deep stretch. And the whole time the back of the neck is soft, the breath is free. Take 2 more breaths, deep through the nose all the way, and out the nose all the way. Again, inhale, full, smooth breaths, and exhale all the way out. And then take the hands, press them down onto the chair, stand yourself up, and then heel toe, your legs back to parallel. We're going to come behind the chair now. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot back, and then start to come onto the ball of that back foot so that you lift the heel of the back foot. Good. And then start to put a bend into the front knee. So we're going to work towards a lunge here. Now, with this lunge, I don't want to bend my front knee past 90 degrees. So I'm keeping the knee either stacked above the ankle or a little bit behind it. And then I can have as much bend into this back knee as I want.
And if my pelvis was a bowl of water, I wouldn't want to spill anything back or forward. So keep that nice and neutral. You'll feel the strength. You'll feel a stretch in these hip flexors and a strength in this thigh. If you'd like, you can bring that left arm up to the sky, maybe followed by the right. And then if you want to come with me, you could take an inhale here and then a little lion's breath. Again, inhale through the nose, lion's breath. One more for the power of 3. Inhale, exhale. And then just to finish, breathe in, hands to the chair. Go ahead and straighten out that front leg. Walk that back foot in a little bit, place it on an angle, and then maybe you bring your hands down to the chair and you reach the crown of the head forward. So I'm in a pyramid stance with my feet. My feet are on railroad tracks, not a tightrope. Both feet are flat, and I'm wrapping my right hip in towards my body. So it's not sassing out on me to the side. You should feel this all along the back of that right leg. Back leg is activated, you're pressing into the back foot, and the spine continues to lengthen forward. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. 1 more in and out. Put a little bend into that front right knee. Walk your hands to the top of the chair. Step up towards the chair here. And then right away, press into the tippy toes, lift the heels, drop the heels down to the ground. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Stay on this one. Inhale. Now hand can come up to the sky, reach it high. Maybe you want to take the opposite hand, play with the little tippy toes. Keep that breath, find a focal point. And if you fall out, remember, smile, come right back in, breathe deep. Give it 1 last breath here. And then exhale, let it go, shake the legs out. Step the right foot back. Stay on the ball of that back right foot. And then find your lunge. So start to bend into that left knee towards 90 degrees. Okay, you're just going to feel what feels right for you. So feeling the stretch in this right hip flexors, feeling the strength in this thigh here. You've got this for your stability if you need it. If not, you can challenge yourself. You can bring the right arm up to the sky, maybe followed by the left. See how that feels? And the strength in the legs are turned on. You're working balance, working that tone. Take an inhale, lion's breath. Again, in. Let it go. Last chance today. Inhale. Exhale. And then come on up. Find that crescent lunge. And then go ahead and bring those hands onto the chair. Start to straighten out that front leg. Walk the back foot in so that it's at an angle. You're using the outer edge of that back foot for some stability there. Turning that back thigh on. And then begin to lengthen the crown of the head towards the chair. Maybe even bring the fingertips down. It all depends. So, you know, feel you want to err on the side of caution. You never want to go too far, too fast, right? But you just see, okay, I'm going to knock on the door. I'm going to see if I can come in for a cup of tea. Not going to break the door down. And if it feels right, we're getting an invitation, maybe a couple more steps forward. Okay, thank you. Have a seat. Welcome. And as you arrive, you just become more intimate with the pose.
being with the experience and allowing the pose to do what it does. So just never any jamming or forcing, always being gentle. You got one more breath here, just indulge, inhaling and exhaling. Put a little more deeper bend into that front knee. Take your hands to the back of the chair, help to bring yourself back up. Step the right foot up to meet the left. From here, let's turn the toes out, the heels in, and then let's open the feet a little bit wider, and we'll come down into our goddess squat. So last standing thing today, same thing as we did before. I'm not tilting my pelvis forward and tucking it like a ballerina. I'm not sticking it out. I'm just leaving it neutral, getting into the inseam of the thighs here. Maybe bringing both hands to prayer, playing with some balance. And if you want a little more activation, maybe coming up onto the ball of the right foot and then dropping that heel down. Left foot and drop it down. Maybe both, pressing it up, sinking down through that pelvis, lifting the crown of the head, breathing deep and full. If you want one more little add-on here, you could reach both hands up to the sky as you sink down through those hips. And then stand up, hands by the sides, turn the toes in, heel toe back to center, and have a seat. And then once you arrive, any props, you can just place them out of the way. Come right back to where we started, our seated mountain pose. Feel yourself here in your seat, and once again, just take the time to take notice of how you're feeling right now. All of the work in your practice, the energy that you created in your body, the shifts since you came in. We'll take the first two fingers on each hand, come right to the center of the forehead. Any tension that you're carrying there, just try to smooth it out. Moving over towards the temples, just arching over those eyebrows, letting anything go. And then the next time that you get to the temples, go ahead and make some circles. One direction, and then reverse it the opposite. And then use those fingertips to just pitter-patter at the cheekbones here, the middle of the cheeks, the chin, and the upper lip. Now take those fingers and at the hinge of the jaw, just let the jaw relax. And then take your hands, face the palms towards you, hook those thumbs, take the heel of that front hand, give yourself a little massage at the heart muscle here. And then bring the palm of the hands together. A little bow of the chin, just in reverence to the practice, to the ancient yogis that passed down this tradition, to ourselves for showing up, for being thankful that we're healthy enough to practice here in this space together. We'll move the thumbs to the third eye space for clarity of thought, and then the fingers to the lips for kindness in our speech to ourselves and one another. And then back to the space of the heart, consistency of action where it really matters, allowing the practice to help guide us in what we think, say, and do. I want to thank all of you again so much for being here. This has been a wonderful season. I hope you'll keep in touch, and I will see you next year. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you. Well done.